Back. We're going to be reading The Guide to Going Viral by Brendan Kane. I'll be reading it live. We finished chapter 4 on Friday, and today, Monday, we're going to continue reading. We're going to read chapter 5, The Art of Storytelling, Capturing and Keeping Audience Attention. Should be interesting. So, without further ado, let's get started. And by those who don't know, my name is Lasso, and welcome to Lasso's Passions, my channel. Now that you've brainstormed some promising ideas, the next phase involves refining them for effective execution using first-rate storytelling techniques. Our minds are naturally drawn to stories. This chapter will guide you in developing compelling storylines that hook your audience from the beginning and keep them engaged till the end. The aim is to offer genuine value, whether through informative insights or entertainment. Imagine typical viewers scrolling through their social media feeds. Your content should capture their attention instantly with a uniquely interesting introduction and rewarding payoff. Ultimately, you want to leave your audience feeling satisfied, reflecting, "I'm glad I watched that." Effective communication hierarchy. To capture your audience attention, keep your message clear and concise. Rather than bombarding them with an overload of information, present only what's essential. For instance, if using captions or title cards, it's crucial to select a readable font size and style. Give your viewers time to absorb the information and avoid overwhelming them with too much or boring them with too little. A visual hierarchy is equally crucial. It ensures clarity in your message, leaving no essential detail unnoticed. To achieve this aim, steer clear of cluttered backgrounds or distracting colors. In your videos, emphasize the primary subjects, whether they're people, objects, or actions, to highlight them and make them easily visible. Since your video will encompass various elements, it's crucial to prioritize them. Remember which aspects should be emphasized and at what moments, and which can be made less significant. By doing so, you allow the most important elements to take center stage. Communication design. Hello, Brennan Bros. How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. We're just reading this book, The Guide to Going Viral. We're on chapter 5, page 166. Communication design. The best designers disappear, not in a literal sense, of course, but in their approach to designing content. When someone watches your video, their attention should be on the content's essence, not on the details of how it was created. The aim is for visual design to blend with the content's intention so seamlessly that it seems almost non-existent. Consider the subtlety of the film score. Hey, yeah, Brendan, we're reading this book called The Guide to Going Viral by Brendan Kane. Thought it'd be an interesting read. Consider the subtlety of a film score. If a movie's music stands out to the point that viewers say, "Wow, that's beautiful music," it distracts them from the intended emotional impact of the scene and defeats the music purpose. Although, as creators, we want our work to be recognized, it shouldn't be at the expense of overshadowing the narrative or message. In essence, the goal is to achieve harmonious balance, design elements support and enhance the content's purpose without demanding unwarranted spotlight. By focusing on creating resonant, impactful content, you ensure that your work is appreciated for its intended effect. Here are some top tips for communication design. That's very interesting. I read the other chapters. They're listed on my live content section on my page if you want to check it out sometime. Focus on conveying one message at a time to ensure clarity. Your visuals and audio should work together cohesively, just like a gym setting. Imagine having a trainer guide you for an effective workout. You'd want to focus on one exercise at a time. If the trainer started explaining the next 3 exercises while you were still on the first, it would be overwhelming and confusing. A common mistake among new social media creators is overloading their videos with captions, title cards, movement, and dialogue simultaneously. This sensory overload can disorient viewers. They don't know where to focus and feel left behind, making them more likely to scroll past. Start with your intended effect. Begin with the emotional reaction you want to elicit from your audience, and beginning with your message and trying to make it fit in on the emotions you want to invoke in your viewers. Bear in mind that sometimes, next page, sometimes intended message might need a tweak if research suggests it won't resonate as expected. Be good, not different. Drawing a parallel between being different and being good is similar to differentiating between art and design. Art thrives on personal expression, a realm where there's no concrete right or wrong. Whether it manifests as a distinctive brushstroke on a canvas or a bold fashion choice, art celebrates individual vision and creativity. Conversely, design is anchored in solving specific problems. When designing something that, like a landing page, the overriding concern is functionality, leading to the questions such as, how can I streamline the purchasing process for users? Identifying these issues paves way for innovative solutions. When it comes to content creation, the approach leans more toward design than art. Although there's room for personal flavor, the heart of content creation revolves around problem solving. While everyone has different tastes, good content sticks to certain principles to achieve its goals. Make unsaid promises and capture attention. To effectively create content, it's crucial to grab your audience's attention right off the bat. Many newcomers on social platforms begin videos with bland introductions such as, "Hi, my name is X, and today we'll talk about fabric softeners." This can come across as dull and disengaging and risk losing viewer interest. To truly engage, the initial seconds of a video must captivate viewers. It's all about promising entertainment up front and then consistently delivering on it. Take Mr. Beast's video previews as an example. Ever since YouTube rolled out mini preview trailers that appear as you scroll over a thumbnail, Mr. Beast his team have dedicated countless hours to crafting these previews. Their aim? To immediately hook viewers, compelling them to watch the entire video. I suggest checking out a few of his mini previews on YouTube for inspiration. Flopa Edits, what's up? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping in. Reading a book called The Guide to Going Viral. Hello, Clay Lamb. Welcome. I'm reading a book right now. Reading it live. It's called The Guide to Going Viral. Pretty interesting stuff. I have all the other chapters that I've read on the live section of my page. You versus you all. In the digital age, content consumption is primarily a solitary experience. One of the most impactful things I learned from working with Taylor Swift is that behind every screen, there's usually just one individual watching your content, not a collective audience. Whether on smartphones, computers, or other devices, most people consume digital content alone. This solitary consumption pattern makes the I to you communication approach most effective. Addressing the audience as you establishes a personalized and direct connection with the viewer. It feels as if you're having a one-on-one conversation, eliminating the barrier of the screen between the two of you. Steer clear of generic phrases like "hello everyone" or "hey guys." These can lessen the personal feel you're aiming for. Instead, use language that feels natural and conversational. as though you're having a casual dialogue with a friend. This not only enhances viewer engagement, but also builds a stronger bond with your audience. By directly addressing the individuals behind the screen, you convey appreciation for their time and engagement. It communicates that you're speaking directly to them and care about their experience, which makes them more likely to resonate deeply with your content. Don't listen to your audience. Interesting. If I had asked them what they wanted, they would have said faster horses, Henry Ford. As content creators, we must find a balance between valuing, what does that say, our audience's feedback and understanding that they don't always know their true preferences. Our role is to make people care and offer appealing experiences, drawing both from data and our own instincts. Those without a grasp of social media research or algorithm nuances may not provide helpful insights. Audience feedback, even if loud and insistent, can be misleading. This is because the primary objective of many viewers is to voice their opinions rather than elevate the content's quality. For example, consider the case of Alex Stemp, a renowned street and portrait photographer known for approaching random strangers on the street and offering them professional photo shoots. Stemp creates engaging videos detailing captivating stories behind his chance encounters strategically, despite numerous viewer requests to unveil the photos early on. His videos continued to rake in millions of views. Interestingly, when Stemp did comply with these demands, showcasing the photographs from the outset, those videos underperformed. The suspense generated by postponing the photo reveal is a crucial element driving the success of his series. As such, when navigating feedback on your content, approach comments with caution and discern which ones align with your vision rather than accommodating each request. Additionally, creating a page filled with compelling content that explores unconventional topics can still lead to success. Consider the engaging videos by Tom Scott, in which he explores unique topics such as the practical uses of monorails or the volume of helium necessary to lift a person. These aren't trending topics that the average person thinks about daily, nor are they ones commonly requested by viewers. Yet it is precisely because they move beyond conventional thinking that they work. This isn't an advocacy for disregarding audience feedback entirely, but a reminder that as creators, our role is to lead, innovate, and sometimes challenge expectations. Continue to conduct thorough research and utilize the viral content model to craft outstanding content, present stories that are intriguing, foster trust, and are compelling. Invite your viewers to go on an enticing adventure with you, as that's the key to generating intriguing and building a dedicated following. When inviting them, the pitch isn't "here's what you asked for," but "would you like to discover something captivating with me?" Remember, your audience consists of consumers, not professional content creators. They know how to care, but they don't necessarily know how to make others care. Trust your instincts and expertise in content creation, as that is your area of specialization, not theirs. Besides, if you seek growth, marketing solely to your existing audience isn't the most effective strategy for driving consistent virality. Expand your horizons, venture into the unexplored, and reach out to a wider audience, transcending the confines of your current following. Think like your audience. Thinking like your audience is a powerful strategy for effective communication and marketing. To connect with your audience on a deep level, it's essential to speak in a language that resonates with them and not merely stick to traditional marketing jargon. This means balancing formal language with colloquial language, echoing the voice they naturally hear in their own thoughts. To avoid being tone deaf and to truly connect with your audience, immerse yourself in their world and learn their language. Familiarize yourself with their unique phrases, expressions, and thoughts processes. Approach content from their perspective so you can create content that feels genuine, authentic, and personal. One technique is to add a touch of commentary into your messaging. Instead of crafting overly polished and logical marketing, as I say, copy, infuse your content with the logic you'd use in your own head. Avoid sounding like a traditional marketer who follows a script. Instead, speak and write in a way that feels natural and conversational, as if you're sharing a casual internal monologue. A perfect example of this approach is showcased in the Food Theorist video titled Food Theory, Don't Order These Chicken Sandwiches. The video dissects the marketing tactics of Popeyes and Chick-fil-A concerning their chicken sandwiches. In August of 2019, Popeyes launched their take on the chicken sandwich. Chick-fil-A tweeted a seemingly harmless but slightly passive-aggressive corporate-sounding jab at Popeyes, which read, "Bun plus chicken plus pickles equals all the love for the original." While it's well written and checks all the traditional marketing boxes, it was detrimental to the business. In a stroke of brilliance, Popeyes retorted with a familiar Southern expression, "Y'all good?" This didn't sound like an ad. It echoed the colloquial thoughts of a Southerner. Garnering 20 billion impressions, this tweet was valued at approximately $220 million. Consequently, Popeye's chicken sandwich sales skyrocketed, and they even ran out of chicken sandwich supplies. Upon restocking in November, sales were off the charts. In turn, Chick-fil-A suddenly found itself, for the first time ever, in second position for chicken sandwich sales. The lesson here is clear. To connect with your audience, use language and tones that mirror your audience's internal dialogue. Speak as though you're in a face-to-face chat, facilitating deeper connection and brand engagement. Popeye's social media triumph teaches the power of authenticity over the traditional marketing playbook. Such genuine and relatable communication strategies can amplify marketing success. Additionally, to gain a deeper understanding of the language used on platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, observe top-performing creators. By understanding how these platforms function, you can better align your content as an insider instead of just another marketer trying to break in. Start with the desired effect. In content creation, the key is to prioritize the subconscious reaction over conscious understanding. Viewers feel the emotional impact of a piece first and process the experience in words later on. The true power of the story is elicited by the emotional response it generates. Rather than starting with a message and then figuring out how to present it in an interesting fashion, reverse engineer the process, decide on the emotions you want viewers to experience, whether it's awe, surprise, or wonder. Aim for reactions such as, "Oh my God, that is too cool. Why didn't I think of that? I can't believe that's possible," or "I've never seen it that way. Wow." If you can't identify the precise emotional effect you want to produce in your audience, it's best not to proceed with its creation. Begin with the end in mind, the desired impact. Then craft the content to steer the audience toward that feeling. Consider the process of songwriting. To create a dance hit, you'd want to start with the desired outcome of making people dance. The goal is to get people moving, and the music is made to match this intention. This approach is much more effective than writing a song first and then attempting to make it danceable. Similarly, if you were creating a horror movie, the primary objective would be to instill fear. This choice then informs subsequently decisions such as moody lighting, and casting actors skilled in portraying fear. By focusing on the emotional outcome first, the rest of the production decisions naturally fall into place. These principles apply to the content you create. Start by asking yourself how to infuse drama or heightened impact into your content. This not only provides a clear roadmap, but also ensures that you include the necessary drivers to make your content go viral. Starting with the desired effect gives you a clearer vision of what to do to make your content resonate effectively with your audience. MetLife storytelling that resonates. When it comes to evoking strong emotional reactions, the MetLife video, My Dad is a Liar, is a testament of the power of storytelling that leads with intended effect. Instead of relying on traditional advertising methods, MetLife focused on the emotional impact they aimed to achieve. The video immediately captures viewers' attention with a touching portrayal of the bond between a father and his daughter. Then the narrative takes an unexpected turn when the daughter dubs her father a liar, generating intriguing and piquing viewer curiosity. The audience becomes invested in the emotional story, wanting to understand the reason behind the daughter's claim. This heartfelt narrative is the reason why a video that ultimately delivers information about an insurance company could amass millions of views. Even after repeating viewings, the narrative continues to evoke emotional responses. The brilliance behind this piece is rooted in the marketing team's approach. They focused on the effect they wanted to have on their audience rather than on a logical message about their products or services. Their strategic shift in focus from selling a product to connecting emotionally with an audience resulted in a narrative that doesn't just promote insurance, but shares universal truths about love, sacrifice, and familial bonds. By starting with the effect, MetLife not only captured audience attention, but also created genuine affection for its brand. MetLife exercise. Watch MetLife's heartwarming video, My Dad is a Liar, here, guide.hookpoint.com, where again you can also watch the other videos in this chapter. One of the driving forces behind the success of this video is the twist, a pivotal moment when the daughter reveals he lies. This unexpected turn creates intrigue and hooks the viewer's attention. Can you identify other reasons for this video's standout performance? What hypotheses can you make about the potential performance drivers that engage viewers and make them care? ABC, always be clever, harnessing the power of cleverness in social media videos. Cleverness, defined by the equation unexpected plus smart equals cleverness, is one of the best kept secrets to achieving virality in social media. It represents the capacity to discover innovative solutions and insights in unexpected ways, combined with the ability to perceive and connect seemingly unrelated elements. The result is unique perspectives or solutions that others might overlook. Cleverness thrives on the element of surprise, presenting a fresh angle or innovative twist to familiar scenarios. Many top-performing content pieces across various formats showcase this trait. By integrating clever elements throughout each aspect of your content, from visuals and perspectives to processes and concepts, you can elevate your videos to make them stand out in the crowded digital landscape. While the ideal goal is to combine both a clever concept and clever production, mastering even one set you apart. Sorry about the crease there, it makes it harder to read. An excellent example of the impact of being clever can be seen in the Princess E.S. Dear Future Generations, Sorry, 2023. Although that the theme of saving the planet might appear routine and potentially boring, Prince Aya's approach illustrates that with cleverness, even commonplace topics can captivate viewers. Through innovative delivery and visual interpretation, as well as smooth editing, he transforms an ordinary idea into an extraordinary call to action. In his video, Prince Ea, I don't know how to say that actually, Prince A, presents himself as a representative apologizing to future generations for the state of the planet that the current generation has left behind. By using poetry and rhyme, he mourns the lost beauty of the Amazon rainforest and emphasizes the crucial value of trees in sustaining life on Earth. By cleverly wrapping his message in this unexpected format, he breathes new life into a familiar topic, challenging viewers to rethink their viewpoints. True cleverness extends beyond mere intelligence or information sharing. It thrives on the element of surprise by being unexpectedly intelligent, witty, and insightful. This is precisely what makes Prince Ea achieve, attracting more than 30 million views for his video. By delivering an unanticipated interpretation on a seemingly simple concept, he leaves a lasting impression that sparks conversation. Implementing cleverness in social media videos is a compelling strategy to captivate and connect with viewers. Whether through clever ideas, unexpected interruptions, or innovative visuals, the surprise factor leaves a memorable impact. As you craft content, let the phrase, "always be clever," be your guide to lasting viewership. The Golden Triangle Technique, a powerful approach to effective communication. The Golden Triangle Technique is a potent tool for conveying a message succinctly and compellingly using three essential elements. Number 1, personal touch. Share a personal story or anecdote. This helps establish an emotional connection with the audience by tapping into relatability and authenticity. Number 2, evidence and facts. Strengthen your narrative with hard facts, be it data, research, or concrete examples. This provides credibility to your message and supports its validity. Number 3, timeless wisdom. Weave in philosophical insights or carefully researched information. This adds depth, grounding your message in universal truths and connecting it with time-honored principles. When these three elements come together, they present a persuasive narrative that's not only emotionally resonant, but is also backed by evidence and deep insight. This approach allows you to communicate effectively and leave a lasting impact on your audience. My team discovered the Golden Triangle Technique by analyzing content created by Jay Shetty, a renowned author, coach, former monk, and influential content creator. He skillfully applies this method in many of his content pieces. A standout example is his video, "You Can't Love Someone You Don't Know." Here, Shetty shares a beautiful Indian tale about a musk deer searching for a fragrance, only to realize that it emanates from a gland within its own body. The story served as a metaphor highlighting the fact that oftentimes we search for external validation and love when real joy emerges from within through self-awareness and self-love. Throughout the video, Shetty seamlessly integrates relevant data, personal experiences, and philosophical insights to deliver his profound message. When crafting content, some pieces may benefit from the Golden Triangle Technique, interweaving personal stories with data and facts to lend undeniable credibility, then anchoring them in a time-tested wisdom for a universal touch. Such a holistic approach deepens the resonance of your content, making it both impactful and memorable. The Jenga theory, crafting engaging narratives through tension and anticipation. Inspired by the game of Jenga, where players meticulously pull blocks, balancing tension with anticipation, the Jenga theory of storytelling relies on similar principles, effectively engaging audiences. Although the collapse of the Jenga tower is predictable, it's the build-up, the small stories each block tells, that captivates players. Similarly, Jenga theory storytelling excels in crafting narratives with interconnected elements, keeping the audience on the edge of their seats, eager for the next development. Structure and mechanics of Jenga theory and storytelling. Number 1. Set the stage with a primary concept. Start by introducing the central idea, giving a teaser about the broader narrative. Number 2. Introduce smaller questions and challenges. These act as the individual blocks in the Jenga tower. Instead of a linear path, introduce smaller, interconnected segments or questions that need answering. Layered revelation. As one layer of tension or one question is resolved, introduce a new one, maintaining the tension and anticipation. Mark Rober and the Art of Jenga Theory Storytelling. As mentioned earlier, Mark Rober, a renowned content creator boasting more than 50 million YouTube subscribers and often garnering over 30 million views per video, is an expert at using Jenga theory. While he predominantly focuses on engineering, a subject not traditionally associated with mass appeal, Robert's skillfully storytelling captivates and retains his audience attention. His videos frequently kick off with a primary objective, be it resolving a problem, answering a pivotal question, or breaking a record. However, instead of a linear narrative, Robert intersperses his journey with many subsidiary questions, challenges, and obstacles, all of which he must overcome to get to the final resolution. Each of these elements heightens the suspense, keeping the story fresh. By the end, much like teetering Jenga tower on its last leg, the climax delivers an amplified viewer anticipation and payoff. In his video, Testing If Sharks Can Smell a Drop of Blood, which has garnered more than 108 million views, Robert masterfully employs the Jenga theory. Rather than diving directly into the main experiment, he begins by posing a smaller question. Do sharks prefer blood over other scents? Before revealing the results of the experiment, he explains the methodology. It becomes evident that sharks prefer the scent of blood. Then he delves into another question. How much blood attracts a shark? Again, before commencing the experiment, he explains the procedure. Surprisingly, during this experiment, the viewer learns that sharks show no interest in human blood. Last, Robert introduces the final experiment. Could he recreate the iconic effect from The Matrix, where time appears to stand still and the camera moves around a subject in slow motion, known as the Matrix bullet time effect, while diving with sharks? This layered approach ensures sustained audience engagement throughout the entirety of the video. Veritasium's Mastery of Jenga Theory. Veritasium, a YouTube channel with more than 14.3 million subscribers that creates content primarily about science and education, also uses the Jenga theory in many of its videos. For example, in the video, Why Are 96 Million Black Balls on This Reservoir?, which has amassed more than 96 million views, the narrative doesn't simply explain the phenomena. Within the first 20 seconds, Veritasium states that these shade balls are commonly believed to reduce evaporation. However, they quickly debunk this misconception and pose the question, what are they really for? This inquiry sets up the framework for the Jenga-style narrative. The astonishing sight of 96 million balls on water is emphasized, leading to more questions around the 1-minute mark. Why are the balls black? Are they safe for drinking water? How much do they cost? Do they reduce evaporation? And what is their real purpose? The video then shifts to answering these questions one by one, with each answered question paving the way for another, culminating and heightened anticipation and curiosity about the true purpose of the balls, which is revealed at the very end. The Jenga theory, with its intertwining layers of tension and anticipation, crafts appealing narratives. By harnessing this method, creators can produce content that resonates and keeps millions of viewers hooked. Visualizing complex topics in a simple and unexpected way. Transforming complex subjects into clear, engaging visuals is a powerful driver for audience engagement. This performance driver allows content creators to catch viewers off guard, turning seemingly dry or mundane topics into memorable and engaging content. An excellent example of this approach is demonstrated in Vox's video, How Tax Brackets Actually Work. To many, tax brackets might come across as a snooze fest. Yet Vox's clever use of the physical objects, such as a paper cutouts, illustrates the idea in a way that adds a whole new layer of intrigue and makes it more accessible. Instead of leading with the plain facts, the approach of starting with an engaging effect and then unraveling the logic behind it proves effective, as it drew in nearly 2 million views. Although most of us would rather avoid topics such as death and taxes, Vox's innovative visual storytelling brings the topic to life. A clever interpretation backed with the right props can simplify concepts, making them more memorable. In a similar vein, creator Jack Corbett, who joined NPR as the Tiny Desk intern and is a videographer and producer for Planet Money, known as Planet Money on TikTok, tackles the topic in this video. It's not one big percent, it's a bunch of little brackets with their own percents. Instead of using paper cutouts, Corbett puts animated visuals directly on his body. This playful, unique approach turns a potentially still subject into something amusing and fun. When ideating content creators can consider this approach and work backward to craft engaging stories about almost any subject. By embracing creative and unexpected visual techniques, you can breathe life into dry topics, leaving a lasting impact on viewers. We're on page 183. I think we are going to go as far as page 197 today, so we're getting there. Analogies, bridging the known to the new. Analogies act as bridges, connecting what your audience already understands to the new ideas you wish to introduce. These bridges are powerful drivers both in ideation and execution, which create a profound impact on viewers. In Wired's video with over 5.2 million views, neuroscientist explains one concept in 5 levels of difficulty. The use of analogies is brilliantly demonstrated. Here, a neuroscientist explains the complex concept of the connectome, the intricate network of neural pathways in our brains and nervous systems, to individuals of varying ages and expertise. The video opens with the neuroscientist talking to 5-year-olds about the What's wrong, puppy? What? Hey! Cut it out. What? I don't know. Puppy's having an episode. Lolly, you sit there. Little puppy. Come on now, we're reading the book out loud. My room's a mess. I don't want to show people my messy room. Oh, come on, puppy. Chill out for a second, okay? Chill out. It's okay. It's okay. You want to sit on my lap? Alright, folks, hold on a second. Sorry about this. Come here. Come here. Come here, puppy. You sit on my lap, okay? You sit here. Okay, puppy, you want to read with me? Okay, where were we? Uh-oh. Alright, go ahead, go. Go, puppy, go. Go. Sorry about that. The video opens with the neuroscientist talking to a 5-year-old about the connectome. The child's shocked and amazed reaction to learning that our brains have more cells than the visible stars in the sky mirrors the effect that well-crafted analogies have on viewers. Such comparisons can blow our minds and change our perspectives. What does that say? Ernest Lupinacci, a seasoned creative director, also introduced my team to the potent you-know-how question phrase, a tool to uncover impactful analogies and memorable hook points for brands, products, or services. When relaunching the Dasani brand, Lupinacci shifted the focus from the health aspects of bottled water to taste, a more universal preference. Using the you-know-how framework, he devised an engaging narrative. You know how there are 75,000 water brands in the market, and we're supposed to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Yeah, I do know that. I hear it all the time. People repeat that to me. There's one of those giant water coolers in my office. Water, 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 water. Well, you know how you can't figure out if one is better than the other? Yeah, well, you know how at the end of the day, whatever you drink or eat still needs to appeal to you. Okay. It's going to taste good. Otherwise, it's medicine, right? Yeah, I do know that. Well, you should try some Dasani. Dasani is the water that makes your mouth water. Interesting. By using the you-know-how methodology, you can gauge the effectiveness of your ideas and their resonance with your audience. This structure helps you identify analogies that genuinely strike a chord, making your content and stories more compelling and engaging. One more layer. In content creation, depth is often the difference between a fleeting engagement and a memorable experience. Single-dimensional storytelling can fall flat unless extremely appealing, which is why introducing multiple layers to your narrative is helpful. An excellent example is Wired's video, Neuroscientists Explain One Concept in 5 Levels of Difficulty, which I mentioned in the previous section. Again, at its core, this video presents the idea of the connectome, an intriguing concept, but not necessarily one with mass appeal. Yet the additional layer of presenting the concept in 5 levels of difficulty to a 5-year-old, a teenager, a high school student, a graduate student, and an industry professional adds depth and intrigue, resulting in more than 5.2 million views. One of the driving factors behind the success of these multi-layered videos is adaptability. Explaining a complex concept to a varied audience requires adjusting the delivery for a child, a teenager, an expert. These different layers of interactions and reactions make the concept even more fascinating and relatable to a wider audience. Another creative iteration of this approach is seen in the Brian Mendoza's video, Horrible Singer Uses Magic Water, and this happened. This video provides... Okay, she's at it again. What? You want to go? Alright, go. Go! Go! Oh, Loli, come on. You never do this. You want some attention? Is that why? You want attention? Is that why you're not getting attention? Alright, go. 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 Go, Lily, go. Go. Go downstairs. Go. Come on. Go. Go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody, let's go. All the animals. All the animals, come on. Come on. You want to go outside? Want to go outside, Puppy? Come on. Come on. Let's go outside. Ugh. Go. It's pretty cold outside. She's fussy. He's being really fussy. Hey, kitty. Alright. Sorry about that. I don't know what to do with her sometimes. She gets attention sometimes, and... Sorry, my room's a mess. Get some coffee here. Oh, let's down for a second. Yeah, sorry about the interruptions. I don't know what to do with my puppy sometimes. Let's take a little break here. I don't even know where I left off somewhere here. Right here. Yeah. Take a little coffee break now. You can, while I'm taking this break, we'll start back up here in a few minutes. But just to mention that I do post the other chapters that I do live. You go to my live section, you can check those out. I've done chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Usually don't get this, I don't get interrupted like this. This is a unique moment. So, alright, let's get back to it, shall we? Sorry about that. So, where were we? Yeah, here we were. Page 184. Another creative iteration of this approach is seen in Brian Mendoza's video, Horrible Singer Uses Magic Water and This Happens. This video provides an intriguing example of adding layers to music content. Layer 1 revolves around his musical performance, which is engaging but not extraordinary. Layer 2 comes into play when he decides to play his music to strangers on the internet. At first, Mendoza meets their expectations as he deliberately sings poorly while the strangers try to be polite. Then Layer 3 is introduced when he takes a sip of magic water, resulting in a sudden improvement in his singing. This captivating gimmick not only hooks viewers, but also leaves them pleasantly astonished. That's pretty funny. The combination of these layers, music performance, visual interactions, and the gimmick elevates the video into an immersive experience. As viewers witness the stranger's genuine amazement on screen, they can't help but be drawn into the shared experience. The story of his transformation from a bad singer to a skilled one becomes a powerful hook that carries them through the entire journey and helped Mendoza garner more than 3.7 million views. Without these layers in his storytelling, his music and videos wouldn't attract this much attention. You can apply the concept of adding multiple layers to any content vertical. Recognizing the impact of these layers and their ability to captivate an audience can be a game changer in creating content that doesn't just get watched but is also remembered and shared. Harnessing absurdity. Absurdity can be a magnet for attention in the content-saturated world. Consider the Food Theorist video, Food Theory, the candy commercials that haunt your brain. Here, they unpack the history of a peculiar Starburst commercial, berries and cream. Although the ad first went viral in 2007, an unexpected resurgence in 2022 on TikTok demonstrates the staying power of absurd content. The key takeaway from the video is that breaking the mold, straying from conventional, and embracing the unexpected not only grabs attention, but retains it. The secret lies in adding a twist to familiar events so they become a little unexpected and absurd. This approach resonates with viewers, leaving a lasting impression and making memories that stick with them for a lifetime. Per Sitterberg, a psychology professor at The Ohio State University, explains that memorable experiences often arise from intertwining the familiar with the unexpected. While we build memories on the foundation of known experiences, it's the unexpected twist that surprises us and firmly imprints the event in our memory. Hey, Frencher, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad you can make it. We're on page 186. We're almost done with this chapter, actually. I got interrupted. My little pup wanted some attention, wanted to go play outside. I got to feed her eventually. I mean, she's already eaten a lot of food today, but I got to feed her dinner. So where were we? The power of absurdity lies in its ability to be just strange enough to make people stay and keep watching. It doesn't need to veer into the realm of the utterly bizarre. Even a subtle twist is often enough to leave a lasting impact on an audience. By infusing content with elements of absurdity, you can create a distinct, engrossing viewer experience. This not only keeps viewers hooked, but also encourages them to share the content, increasing its reach and influence. The audience is yours to lose. Once someone starts watching your video, the challenge is to maintain their attention. Viewers typically drop off as videos progress, making it essential to hook them from the outset and keep them engaged throughout. Every moment in your video needs deliberate thought and attention. From the opening scene to the closing shot, ensure that you're crafting content based on thorough research and that incorporates relevant data. Even a slight oversight can dramatically impact your video success. It's important to remember the viewers have countless other options readily available. If the intro of your video doesn't captivate them, many might click away before reaching the content's peak moments. This drives home the importance of structured, immediate engagement. Seize your audience attention from the beginning and sustain their interest through to the end. By blending strategic planning with compelling storytelling and data-driven insights, you heighten the chances of retaining your viewers and maximizing your content's reach. Exercise. Evaluating your video side by side with your reference. Bring your best idea to life. After identifying your standout idea, one that's rooted in research, is powered by compelling performance drivers, features an effective hook, applies engaging storytelling techniques, and is supported by an outstanding reference, it's time to bring it to life in video form. Refer to your ideation sheet and craft your video, keeping in mind all the insights you've gathered thus far. Before posting your video, it's beneficial to compare it side by side with your gold reference video. And so everything we just went over here is what we read through chapter 1 through 4. So if it doesn't make sense, you can always go back and check out my other live reads of the chapters. Before posting your video, it's beneficial to compare them side by side with your gold reference video. Applying the insights from this book during this pre-posting analysis will help you discern how well you've integrated the nuances and key performance drivers, and also pinpoint what could be improved. This step is crucial for refining your skills and progressively enhancing your content. Also, if the video doesn't perform as expected after posting, this comparative exercise can provide valuable insights into why it may have fallen short, guiding your strategy for future content. Remember, each video you create and analyze is a learning opportunity, taking you one step closer to mastering the art of resonating with the masses. What kind of nuts are you eating? I like eating walnuts. I like walnuts. I'm a big fan of walnuts. Follow this step-by-step guide to conducing a detailed analysis of your video alongside its benchmark gold reference. Step 1. Side-by-side viewing. Open two separate windows on your computer and place them side by side for easy comparison. As you watch, break down each element and performance driver contribution to the reference video success as noted in your ideation sheet. And assess whether your video achieves the same impact. Focus specifically on qualitative elements such as transitions, visuals, audio, pacing, and the overall storytelling structure. Try not to get drawn into the content itself, but rather the way it's presented. Reflect on the emotions elicited by each video and consider how the benchmark gold video maintains viewer engagement. Step 2. Identify opportunities for improvement. During the analysis, identify areas in your video that may require improvement. Does the gold reference video have certain elements that outshine yours? Consider how you can enhance your content to match or outperform the benchmark video. Step 3. Refine your video. If you notice that parts of your video fall flat, make the necessary edits to refine the storytelling and include the performance drivers from the gold reference. Make adjustments in order to mirror what makes the gold reference video stand out. Keep refining until you're sure your video nails the correct elements. Step 2. Final review. After adjustments, conduct a final review. Keep polishing your video until it impeccably integrates the sought-after performance drivers and subtleties. Remember, video content creation is a journey of continual learning. By regularly analyzing and adjusting based on top-performing benchmarks, you're setting yourself up for success. Happy creating. Ratios versus absolutes. When you begin posting content and seek to analyze its metrics, understanding the difference between ratios and absolutes is crucial. Metrics like reach or impressions might appear impressive, but they don't delve deep enough to reveal genuine viewer engagement. Reach merely signifies the content appeared on someone's timeline without confirming whether they actually viewed the video. Rather than focusing solely on broad metrics such as reach or impressions, delving into ratios can offer more meaningful insights into viewer engagement. It's essential, however, to note that the availability of and specificity of these metrics can differ across various social media platforms. The following examples act as guidelines, drawing from metrics frequently available across platforms. Make sure I plug in my phone. A key metric available on many platforms is the view rate. This measures the proportion of individuals who viewed at least 3 seconds of the video in relation to its reach. For instance, if you have a 40% view rate, it means that 40 out of 100 people viewed at least 3 seconds of your video. This ratio sheds light on how effectively the video's initial moments hold viewers' attention. Platforms such as Facebook and Instagram offer insights about viewers who've watched at least 3 seconds of videos. A low view rate on these platforms suggests enhancing the beginning of the video to better captivate the audience. Platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok offer another metric, the retention graph. This metric depicts the percentage of viewers who continue watching the video as it progresses. Typically, the graph starts at 100% and gradually tapers off as viewers stop watching. Analyzing the retention graph allows you to identify specific segments in the video where viewers lose interest or engagement drops. Recognizing these dips in retention is crucial, as it guides content creators to refine their strategies and video content accordingly. It's important to familiarize yourself with the analytics tools or dashboards specific to your chosen platform. Each platform brings its unique metrics and insights to the table, tailored to its user behavior and content type. Recognizing and adapting to these subtleties can significantly enhance your content strategy. Overall, the primary advantage of focusing on ratios and actionable data lies in their power to drive purposeful action. Instead of being satisfied with high reach or impressions, you can proactively analyze the view rate and retention graph to optimize your content and elevate viewer engagement. By leveraging this actionable data, you can make informed decisions and continually improve the effectiveness of your social media content. Case study: Dean Shermet's Culinary Content Revolution with Hook Point. Introduction: Dean Shermet, a nationally recognized chef, TV personality, and author, recognized the potential of social media to broaden his culinary influence. Despite his substantial experience in upscale cuisine and a natural talent for performing, Shermet struggled to stand out in the crowded digital landscape. Eager to stand out on social media, he partnered with Hookpoint to unlock the power of viral content. Background: transitioning his focus from successful career in the kitchen to the realm of digital content creation was a daunting task for Shermet. Motivated by a desire to share his culinary expertise and establish a unique digital identity, he encountered obstacles in producing content that resonated on a broad scale. His initial efforts featured basic videos that lacked the strategic foundation necessary for viral success. Challenge: Shermet's main challenge was identifying the elements needed to transform his content from merely informative or widely engaging and worthy of going viral. He sought a reliable strategy to amplify his reach beyond the typical confines of food-related content. Solution: partnering with Hookpoint. Shermet embarked on a comprehensive journey to overhaul his content strategy. The collaborative involved deep dives into audience engagement through Hookpoint's communication algorithm, leading to several strategic developments. Strategic content development: Shermet created content with engaging hooks and formats tailored to his strengths and the interest of his audience, all supported by analytical insights. He used hooks like 4 microwave hacks you will actually use, and implemented various viral formats such as cooking hacks, clever recipes, and reaction videos. Among these, cooking hacks emerged as the most successful format in connecting with the masses. Messaging and language refinement: Shermet refined his communication style to genuinely connect with a wider audience. He applied the 5 rules of communication algorithm detailed in part 3 of this book to each of his videos. Repeatable storytelling framework: a consistent, data-informed content creation process was established, making every piece impactful and engaging. How many pages we got left? 1, 2, 3, 3 pages. And then we're going to start part 2, but we'll do that tomorrow. So we got 3 pages left. Page 193. Virality optimization. The strategy emphasized creating compelling visuals and narratives enriched with actionable culinary advice to enhance engagement and shareability. The multifaceted approach empowered Shermet to share his culinary insights in a format primed for viral success. Results: Shermet's revised strategy led to impressive results, establishing him as a digital force in the culinary world. Viral engagement: his videos achieved viral success, garnering over 1.9 million likes and 50 million views across TikTok and Instagram. Standout videos include: number 1, 4 microwave hacks you will actually use, where he shares 4 microwave hacks that chefs use for preserving fresh herbs, juicing citrus, steaming vegetables, and peeling garlic, which attract over 13.8 million views. Number 2, sweet potato Moki balls. What? Showcasing the process of making a sweet potato snack, which received over 3 million views. You can watch these videos and all the rest of the videos in this book, guide.hookpoint.com. Brand development. Improved content quality and increased visibility attracted significant brand partnerships, elevating Shermay's culinary brand. Partners include Vori Clothing, Breville, Polyscience, AG1, the Propane Education and Research Council, Horrell Knife Sharpeners, and more. Audience growth. In just 6 months, Shermay's audience expanded fourfold, leading to a surge in traffic and engagement across social media platforms. His followings on TikTok and Instagram all experienced significant growth. On Instagram alone, he went from 100,000 to 375,000 followers, bottom of form. Hey, Ty. He says, I feel like online chefs need to partner with an online Mukbang who eats all their food to show how good it is. That's actually a really good point. Return on investment. Yeah, like those reactions. Somebody eating the food. Return on investment. The growth in audience and engagement not only validated the effectiveness of the viral content model, but also resulted in returns far exceeding the initial investment in Hookpoint. Reflection, Shermay. He views his partnership with Hookpoint as a transformative educational experience akin to rigorous academic course in social engineering, complete with extensive preparation and strategic planning. He opted for a focused approach, prioritizing the creation of a few high-quality content pieces over a higher volume of average content. This strategy not only enhanced the quality of his content, but also led to massive exposure. He expects to continue learning and growing his following. Conclusion. Shermay's newfound digital influence marks a significant shift in his career from a chef navigating the digital landscape to becoming a celebrated social media influencer. His experience highlights the impact of a strategic, goal-oriented approach to social media, proving that with commitment and the right strategies, achieving widespread success is possible. Recommendations. Shermet's success is rooted not just in his engaging content, but also in his strategic approach and execution. Content creators seeking similar achievements should embrace the strategic planning and steps that are found using Hookpoint's tools, such as the viral content model, viral formats, and the communication algorithm, committing to continuous learning, removing ego from content assessment, and staying true to finding the right storytelling framework are crucial. By combining strategic content creation with a growth mindset, creators can set themselves on a path to becoming viral sensations in their respective domains. Ty Fanir Wolf says, ooh, a great name for a chef social engineering podcast would be Hot Cooking, Cold Reading. Not bad. Yeah. That's the whole point of reading this book, right? Is to get ideas. Amazon review request. People who help others expecting nothing in return often experience higher levels of fulfillment, enjoy longer lives, and achieve greater financial success. I aim to extend this value to you through your reading or listening journey. To this end, I have a simple question. Would you help someone you've never met if it cost you nothing and you received no recognition for it? If your answer is yes, I'd like to make a request on behalf of someone unknown to you and whom you likely will never meet. They are much like you, or perhaps how you were a few years ago, less experienced, eager to share their products or services with the world, and searching for information but unsure of where to find it. This is where you come into play. At Hookpoint, our core mission is to equip entrepreneurs, influencers, and businesses with the strategies they need to stand out and succeed. This mission thrives on community support, yours included. Ty Fanir Wolf says, helping people who cause no harm or no benefit is the true measure of merit. If this book has offered you valuable insights, I kindly ask you to consider leaving an honest review on Amazon. Your feedback not only helps us refine our approach, but also guides others in their quest for success. Think of it as extending a hand to a fellow traveler on their journey, a gesture that takes less than a minute, but can have profound impact. Well, I mean, I'm reading the book out loud for everybody. That's pretty good. But I'll do that, sure. For those who've listened on Audible, simply tap the triple dots icon in the upper right corner, select rate and review, and share your thoughts along with a star rating. For Kindle or e-reader enthusiasts, upon reaching the end, swipe up and you should see a prompt to leave a review. Have you encountered a challenge during the review process? No problem. Head over to the book's Amazon page or whatever you purchase and post a review there. Yeah, I might post a review. Why not? Should you have any feedback or wish to share your thoughts directly, please feel free to reach out to us by going to guide.hookpoint.com. Your insights are invaluable to us. P.S. To all who root for the underdog and believe in the power of giving, you're why we do what we do. Your support inspires us to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. PPS. I thought it was PSS, or I don't know, PPS? Yeah. Remember, sharing knowledge is one of the most powerful forms of generosity. If you found this book helpful, consider passing it on to another entrepreneur or friend. You might just spark a transformation. Well, that's why I like to read it out loud. Thank you for your time, your support, and for being a part of this journey. Together, let's continue to make a difference. My gratitude knows no bounds. Let's jump back into the action. With appreciation, Brandon, your #1 supporter. Sounds like a direct letter that's in the book there at the end of the chapter 5. So, I mean, if you like the book, you can buy it on Amazon. That's where I got it. The Guide to Going Viral by Brendan Kane. So we just finished the big, bulky part of the book, all the 5 chapters. Now, the next section is the viral formats. We'll read that tomorrow. We're on page 199. But it seems that it's like these sections are kind of short. You see? Yeah, so I may do maybe 2 or 3 sections tomorrow. Well, I'm not sure how much we'll do, but anyways, yeah, these are format strategies section. So, talks about different frameworks of virality. But anyways, we'll leave it there. We're on page 2. Yeah, technically, yeah, 199. So I'm gonna bookmark it. I'm gonna go take care of my puppy. She's probably hungry and wants to play. So tomorrow, if you're interested, and this live video will be available tomorrow at some point in the afternoon. I'll post about it. But tomorrow we're gonna go live again at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're gonna keep reading it. This little last section here. You've read a lot of it. We're gonna read a bit more tomorrow, and you're welcome to join us. My name is Lasso, and this is Lasso's Passions. I want to thank you, Frencher, for being here. Ty Fanir Wolf, appreciate you being here. Flopa Edits, Clay Lamb, Brennan Bros. So, all of you that stopped by, I appreciate it. And y'all have a good night. We'll be seeing you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll start the next part of the book, part 2. So, see you next time.